Boom shakalaka, huge Bitcoin price crash today. Are things about to get a lot worse? Or was this all in the plan? Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including the huge price crash. Is it about to get worse? Or was this to be expected? Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, come join us on Twitter through Crypto Love. Push that like button. Now today, fear and greed 37 down into fear. The first time this metric has budged in about 2 months from neutral territory, has dropped down into fear at 37, down from yesterday's 50. So that is significant drop. Coinciding with the significant drop in the market after almost 2 months of sideways movement, the overall market goes down today about 6%. On the week, down about 10%. Bitcoin at 2642, Ethereum at 1690, BNB at 219, XRP 50 cents, Cardano 26 cents, Solana $22, Dogecoin 6 cents, and Tron 7 cents. And this is something that we talked about yesterday. We mentioned the last time this golden cross happened, way back here of the 1500-day moving average, Bitcoin price did tank all the way down to the orange line, which we have broken actually below at the time of this recording right now. We fell back down to this blue line right here, coincidentally, where we did find some support. This was resistance back here in February. This was also support in June. We bounced off of there. And this very large orange line, interesting to note, this is the line from the Bitcoin bottom to the projected fair value price at the halving. Now, Bitcoin broke out exactly when we said it was going to with this wedge right here. We were saying by at the very latest, the 23rd, about 5 days before we called the breakout. Well, it broke out to the downside. Still on track for a $40,000 Bitcoin by the halving, which would be the fair value price for Bitcoin, which is where Bitcoin price always lands at the time of the halving based on history. But right now, if we take a look, this, my friends, is what capitulation looks like. You can see price tanking. This is the short-term holders in loss to exchanges. Pretty much the second highest since this crash back here in November of last year. It just hasn't been that big since then. That's pretty rough capitulation. If you're looking to buy the dip, this could very well be the last opportunity to. I mean, it may not be, who knows, but it could very well be the last possible dip for Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, the biggest single day increase in Bitcoin implied volatility in the entire year. Is the volatility drought over? Are we done going sideways and about to go up? Very possible, because Bitcoin was at a very critical level. Bitcoin seriously challenging multi-contact point trend line from 2023 bottom back here. Move through this August low would be a bear signal, or a bear trap. Could it actually be that this was a move just to capture that liquidity below Bitcoin before the price goes higher? Because every chart out there, except for the one I'm about to show you in a second, but every chart out there says price is about to go higher. Well, if there's a whole bunch of longs right here that you could liquidate, why the heck not do that before price goes up? Why let them capture the money that's out there on leverage? Why not just capture all of that and then go upwards? That could be very well what happened. But if we take a look where Bitcoin is right now, the level of support on the weekly RSI just broke below. What does this mean? You can see a nice head and shoulders right here. Could that send Bitcoin price even lower? Is Bitcoin in trouble? Possibly, very much so. But this could just be a fake out before a breakout. What we were talking about here with Peter Brandt, talking about a bear trap. Every chart that we have looked at looks like bullish territory for Bitcoin. We had a bottom back here in December, just continuing to go up, but we broke through the trend line. Is that bad news? Well, maybe, but it may just be the fake out before the breakout. We've seen this twice already this year where we fake out the falling wedge to the bottom before breaking up significantly. Were we just clearing out liquidity of leveraged traders before going back up? Yes, definitely possible, because there are some people who are very good traders and who have a lot of money to do that. Now, if we take a look right now, this is quite mind-blowing. The daily RSI, all the way down here on the bottom, is lower than the FTX crash. That means right now, Bitcoin is weaker than the FTX crash. Now, while the charts say that, on a fundamental level, do you believe that? No. Things have only gotten better and better for Bitcoin since the FTX crash. So if Bitcoin is weaker right now than the FTX crash, something is wrong with the chart, in my opinion. And eventually, that's going to get cleared up, more likely with the chart than with the Bitcoin fundamentals. That being said, we do have a very serious signal here on the Bitcoin weekly chart. The Bitcoin hash ribbons, buy signal flashed for Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. This is macro bullish. Despite what happens in the short term, macro bullish for Bitcoin. In addition, Bitcoin price is retesting, well, broke through the 18 EMA right down there. But every single time that we had a blue flash of these buy ribbons, it was very bullish for Bitcoin. This could be just a little freak accident before we see Bitcoin doing something that could very well have been predicted. It turns out Bitcoin broke under a trend line. Yep, that sucks. Yes, it does. Well, we could go down a lot further. Absolutely could. But turns out that Bitcoin may form a small consolidation and continue the uptrend. As a matter of fact, this is a flipped fractal from back here, 2017, 2018. If we flip that fractal, there's the peak right up here, and we have this break through the trend line to the bottom and then continue back up. Could we have the same type of pattern forming for Bitcoin? It's certainly possible, but only time will tell, because guess what? It's only 2 months until October, and really a month and a half if you're counting. So that's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, push the like button. I'll catch you guys there. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.